So, here it is, Slayer players. The second to the last episode, the semi-final episode, the 17th of the official CCF variant series. It is time to list the masterminds of the CCF mod. This episode will be longer than normal since all of these are boss variants, and especially since there are 24 variants to go over. They will be shown on the ultra-violence difficulty. The name, spawn code, average difficulty, spawn rate, movement speed, item drops, and available soundtrack will be shown for each variant. Leave a comment for other details for certain variants if available. The link to the official YouTube videos that have the links to the official mod will be in the description. The link to this battlefield will also be in the description. Ready? Let's begin. First up is the Demolisher, not the Mastermind. It has a similar shape as the original Mastermind except with 3 eyes, a large cannon on the center, and 2 large Gatling guns under the chassis. It is the most common and spawns with 3000 health. It is a ground-based variant and moves around at a medium speed. Judging by the appearance, you can guess what attacks it has. A rapid shotgun, and from the main cannon, rapid round BFG shots, and a BFG 9000 shot. If you have large 360 solid cover and an assault shotgun or any of the heavy shotguns, this thing can be a piece of cake. Don't use sprite cover because that rapid shotgun and BFG 9000 hit scan can hit you. The only thing you can dodge is the round BFG shots themselves. The Demolisher, the easiest variant of the Masterminds, gets the D neutral grade. It only has 2 possible drops, the large life orbs and the extra armor. Second is the... Wait, the Demolisher again? No guys, don't let the looks deceive you. While it is the same variant at the start, it has a secret. It carries a different spawn code for a different purpose when it dies. resurrects as something else with again another spawn code. This is the Demolisher Mark II. Mark II Revenge in its second form. Similar appearance as the previous except with flying boosters on the ends of its legs, and has 1,000 health points more on its second form. It is also the second most common spawn. In its second form, it flies. It also has quick strafing, which means it can reach elevations wherever it can, occasionally at a fast speed. This time the attacks are slightly different. Not only does it have a rapid shotgun and the BFG 9000, but this time it has the fast BFG 10K shots rather than the slower round shots. It is like facing it with twice the health, and in a berserk mode. You have to be much faster to traverse between cover if it flies around. Again, use the same strategy as before. You may also want to use weapons like the plasma rifle or the demon tech rifle. The Demolisher Mark II gets the D+ grade. The drops are also slightly different. Two different possible items. While it drops the large life orbs, it can also drop the BFG 10K. Third variant is the Dark Demolisher. Similar shape as the Demolisher, except with a gray skin tone. It is a common Mastermind spawn and starts with 4,000 health. It is a ground-based enemy, but it can also shift its speed from medium to fast. Its attacks are similar to the previous, but with a slightly more aggressive attack pattern, which includes a more damaging rapid shotgun, BFG 9000 shots, and BFG 10K shots. The strategy to deal with this thing is roughly the same as last time. You don't have to worry about it getting to higher elevations easily. You still need to be slightly faster to move around from cover to cover if it runs around. And again, do not use sprite cover. You can use heavy shotguns, a rocket launcher, or your own BFG to take it down. the Dark Demolisher gets the D+ difficulty grade. It has 4 different types of items. It can drop the large life and armor orbs, plasma boxes, and the BFG 10K. 4th variant is the Cerebral Sentient, one of the more well-known variants. Similar shape as the Dark Demolisher, except with 2 red eyes, a darker gray tone, and a 4-legged chassis with boosters. Yes, that is how I pronounce it.
There was metallic debris all over the desert.
Or Debris.
No, it's debris.
Well, there's an S. Why isn't it pronounced Debris?
It is a mild common spawn and starts with 5,000 health. It is aerial based, so it can reach elevations and fly above sprite cover. It can also quick strafe around. It has more different attacks this time. It has dual explosive miniguns, it can also shoot BFG 9000 shots, BFG 10K shots, Demon Tech BFG shots, which up close shoot rapid hit scan tracer beams at its targets, and when taking damage, it does a 360 shockwave that has an invulnerable state for a moment, and it also heals itself for a good amount. This attack can also resurrect dead enemies around it. You are going to have to make sure you have solid cover when ready, because those Demon Tech and 10K BFG shots are difficult to avoid when you are up close. You also got to make sure you have rocket tier weapons ready, or a continuous rapid weapon of your own. If it doesn't move that much, you can take it down with your own BFG tier weapons. The Cerebral Sentient gets the C- grade. It has plenty of interesting items, 6 of them. The 2 large healing orbs, the Demon Tech box, the explosive minigun, the Demon Tech BFG, and the Power Skull. 5th variant is a fusion of 3 monsters. It is a Demolisher plus a Cardinal plus an Annihilator, which we didn't get to yet. And what do you get? The Cardihilator Demolisher. Stupid name, by the way. Dark gray cyber demon torso with 2 arm cannons on a set of Demolisher legs. It is an uncommon spawn and has 7,000 health. Its movement is similar to the Dark Demolisher, shifting its ground speed between medium and fast. It has way more attacks than the Dark Demolisher, as it combines a lot of the attacks from the Cardinal and the Annihilator. It can even do these moves in combos. It includes the explosive miniguns, it can fire barrages of linear rockets, barrages of homing rockets, it can fire BFG 9000 shots. And fire BFG 10k shots from either the main cannon or dual shots from the arm cannons. Demon Tech BFG shots, one of the extra attacks include the heavy railgun shots. But also the explosive railgun shots. Another added attack is the Demon Tech Devastator shot. can also do the 360 resurrecting and self-healing shockwave the Dark Demolisher has. Another invulnerable state it has is when it is about to spawn multiple skylights of raining meteor showers. And its ultimate attack is firing a nuclear rocket. If you think you can drain the Cardihilator Demolisher's health with a chainsaw, you are asking for a death wish. You are not going to stun it enough before it counters. It is recommended to stay out of range, so if you are using shotguns, you are going to need something mid-range at the very least. You are going to spend a while taking this thing down if you have base level weaponry, like the regular rocket launcher. If you face something like this, then you may want something like an explosive minigun, one of the behemoth cannons, the homing rocket launcher, plasma rifle tier weapons, or a BFG 10K. You could rush draining its health if you have a Demon Tech BFG or above. Don't spend too much time trying to kill it far away if it does the explosive minigun spread, because that spread won't miss you for long, especially if it retaliates with its long-range attacks like the railgun. And you will definitely need that solid cover, especially from where the nuclear rocket lands. The Cardihilator Demolisher gets the B neutral difficulty grade. It has many useful items. It has the large healing orbs. Ammunition includes bullet boxes, demon tech packs and boxes. Weapons include the explosive minigun, the explosive railgun, the demon tech BFG and Devastator. As for the inventory pickups, it has the power skull and the invulnerability chalice. Sixth variant is the Cerebral Cardinal, a fusion between the Cardinal and the Cerebral Sentient. Dark gray cyber demon torso installed on a flying demolisher platform. It is another uncommon spawn with 6,500 health. Basically, it is a flying version of the previous variant without the second arm cannon. It can also quick strafe as well, giving its speed a shift between medium and fast. It has almost the same attacks as the Cardihilator Demolisher. It has the explosive minigun, the barrage of straight rockets, the barrage of homing rockets, the heavy railgun shots, the BFG 9000 shots, the BFG 10K shots, the Demon Tech BFG shots, the Demon Tech Devastator shot, summoning moving meteor showers, the 360 shockwave, and also the nuke. With a boss of this caliber, you may need to retreat at some points. Those Devastator attacks can be hard to avoid with all those projectiles they throw. Just like with the last variant, you will need some heavy solid cover, especially from which direction the nuke will land on. As for the weapons, you are going to need some of those behemoth cannons. be careful trying to blast it with heavy shotguns. Those heavy BFG attacks can counter easily, especially since it can combo its heavy attacks. You also need to make sure to move around if you are attacking from a long range, because its heavy railgun is a long range attack. If you choose to attack from long range, the assault rifle will take a long time, so the railguns are the best. You may need a heavy plasma tier weapon, like the plasma repeater, to try to get a chunk of its health down quickly. The Cerebral Cardinal gets the B+ difficulty grade. It drops almost the same items that the previous variant had. The large healing orbs, bullet boxes, demon tech packs and boxes, the explosive minigun, the demon tech BFG and Devastator, the power skull, and the invulnerability chalice. 7th variant is the Spider Masterspark. Looks similar to the original Mastermind, with the large main cannon and small blue details. It is a mildly common spawn, and starts with 4,000 health. It has the same normal speed as the regular Mastermind and Demolisher. The only interesting thing about the Masterspark is the attack. The Metroid Mother Brain Hyper Beam that has a moderate beam radius and can drain your health in a second if you stand still. Besides the attack, the Masterspark isn't that special. The Dark Demolisher puts up a better fight than this thing. All you have to do is be at a moderate distance and sidestep to dodge its spectrum beam. The charge gives you enough time to get behind cover before the beam fires. It is also easy to blast the Masterspark away with your heavy shotguns. The Masterspark gets the D neutral grade. Items are not that interesting either, just large healing orbs and plasma boxes. 8th variant is the BFG Mastermind, same shape as the previous variant with green details. It is an uncommon spawn and starts with 4,500 health. It may start at a medium speed, but it can shift occasionally to fast speed. What's to expect from an enemy with BFG in its name? It has an interesting attack pattern when it shoots BFG 9000 shots, either individual shots or a volley of 1, 2, and 3 projectiles. It also fires the heavy railgun shots. The rapid-fire plasma repeater shots. Round BFG shots. And the fast-moving BFG 10K shots. Just like any regular BFG 9000 shot, you have to be behind solid cover from the BFG Mastermind whenever its BFG shots hit a surface so that you don't get hit from the after effect. You will need heavy weapons of your own when engaging this thing. Like I said, it will counter against any range. Close range is not recommended in an open area because of those BFG 9000 and 10K shots. Shoot, run, hide, and repeat. The BFG Mastermind gets the D+ difficulty grade. When it dies, it can drop large healing orbs, plasma boxes, and the BFG 10K. Ninth variant is the empowered BFG Arachnophyte, an upgraded variant of the last one, a flying platform instead of a ground-based one, and with aqua green details. It is a rare spawn and starts at 7,500 health. It's a flyer and you know the movement for flyers. It can even quick strafe more frequently to dodge attacks. But that combos with its offensive abilities. If you already saw the empowered BFG Cacodemon, then you should get a good impression of what to expect from the empowered BFG Arachnophyte, an enhanced plasma repeater attack with a wider spread that has vertical spacing, powered BFG 9000 shots that are faster and have a slight homing ability, rapid fire spread of round BFG shots, and empowered heavy railgun shots that also, guess what, also have a slight homing ability. First blood. may try to dodge those other projectiles, but that empowered railgun shot in an open area is next to impossible to dodge, at least without upgrades. So you don't want to fight this thing without cover. This time you could use sprite cover as long as it is thick enough. Just don't be close to it or the blast radius and the after effects will get you. It will take a while even for heavy shotguns because of its over 7,000 health. Homing weapons can be a good strategy to use around corners to prevent the Arachnophyte from seeing you. The empowered BFG Arachnophyte gets the B- difficulty grade. When it dies, it can drop the following: large healing orbs, plasma boxes, the BFG 9000, and the power sphere. Next, the 10th variant. What the heck, a giant cacodemon? No, a giant glaucoma. No, it's the Gore Carrier. Like I said, a giant glaucoma, which to my knowledge is the Dead Air Cacodemon sprite. It is a rare spawn and starts with 3,900 health. It may fly, but it is slow compared to the other flying variants. It is called the Gore Carrier for a reason. Its method of combat is mostly based on summoning enemies and spawning hazards, but it does have a few direct attacks of its own. It can shoot a spread of red poisonous projectiles that also reduce your attack power, which could also do heavy damage on impact or by the poison status draining your health. For the spawns, one of its most frequent spawn is a bunch of gorelings, which have 124 health each. They roll around, can quick strafe the ground, trying to blow up next to the player, which also does poison and debuff status. It can summon multiple smaller eyeballs that spin around it, which also assist in firing those poison projectiles. They can also spawn gorelings. They can spawn gore bags to summon another enemy, the Ghoul, an imp variant. One exclusive spawn is the creepy-looking imp-esque spawn called the Rejected, which have 125 health. It has no ranged attack, only a close-range, mid-fast melee attack. The Gore Carrier can also spawn a Gore Pod, which emit damaging gas particles. It can also spit out summoned glaucomas, which are like smaller clones of itself, and if you saw the Cacodemon variant video, then you know what this minion is capable of. But there is one last enemy that it can spawn from a gore bag. It is the Gorul, which looks like a red ghoul and has over 500 health and has spread blood attacks. When you see one of these things, the thing you want to do immediately is to get something like the explosive minigun, plasma repeater, or the BFG 10K. Don't underestimate that health, because it takes a while to take down, and you also do not want to spend too much time retreating because it can slowly heal itself over time. You may have to focus on the Gore Carrier in an open area, but if the area is enclosed, which is unlikely because it is supposed to be a Mastermind variant, those minions it spawns can get in the way, but sometimes it limits how much it can spawn if you don't focus on the minions. Those Gorlings could be hard to hit due to their constant quick strafing, and since there's a bunch of them, the explosive weapons are a best way to take them down, but don't focus on one of them at a time because more minions will spawn faster. Use something like the explosive railgun or something like the Demon Tech BFG. Sometimes they can get stuck in walls, but don't worry, they do not count as kills. The Gore Carrier gets the D+ difficulty grade. You can get drops from the minions. As for the Gore Carrier, it can drop Nemesis Life Orbs and Armor Shards, and the Ghoul's Partial Kakuho. 11th on the list, one of the 5 insane variants, is the Insanity Spider. Same shape as the original Mastermind, except with grey skin and red details. It is a mildly common spawn and starts with 4,500 health. It walks at a slightly faster medium speed with a short after-image effect. The Insanity Spider has about 4 different attacks. It can fire a rapid spread of empowered Demon Tech rifle shots, a rapid explosive minigun, a seemingly endless volley of round BFG shots, and BFG 10K shots. Sprite cover is very useful against the Insanity Spider while retaliating with rail guns or hit scan weapons. The blast radius of the attacks barely goes through large sprite cover. In an open area, however, you have to be at least mid-range if you don't want to take any damage, because that spread from the Demon Tech rifle shots or BFG 10K shots can deal some damage. Heavy shotguns, solid cover, peek and hide technique works good as ever. The Insanity Spider gets the D+ difficulty grade. When it dies, it can drop the large healing orbs, the Demon Tech boxes, and the BFG 10K. 12th on the list, and second of the 5 insane variants, is the Insanity Demolisher. Same shape as the Demolisher, with its 2 underneath miniguns and center cannon, with 3 eyes but with gray skin and red details. It is an uncommon spawn and starts at 5,500 health. Does it move any different from the Insanity Spider? No, it's roughly the same. Like any upgraded variant, it has way more attacks and more dangerous. It can fire a much higher number of spread Demon Tech rifle shots. A much higher spread of explosive minigun shots. It shoots twice the amount of round BFG shots. Twice the amount of BFG 10K shots. It can also fire a volley of regular Devastator shots, which can shoot thunder projectiles at the nearby target. It can also fire Demon Tech BFG shots. And also shoot a volley of heavy railgun shots. With the Demon Tech BFG shot, there's a small risk of breaking through sprite cover if you use it. As long as it doesn't do that, then it is safe to use while countering with hit scan weapons or railguns. You definitely want to be at a farther range because of that wide spread of those heavy attacks it has. You also want to keep moving at an open area because of those heavy railgun shots. You may want to use some homing weapons if you are in a large open area. If you don't have any cover, you may want to retreat to get your health back up if you cannot dodge the attacks. Insanity Demolisher gets the C neutral difficulty grade. Dies it can drop the following: large healing orbs, demon tech boxes. Weapons include the railgun, BFG 10K, demon tech BFG, and the inventory pickups include the power skull and the invulnerability chalice. 13th and 3rd of the insane variants is the Insanity Arachnophyte. Same shape as the Arachnophyte, a 4-legged booster platform with again grey skin and red details. It is a rare spawn and starts at 4,500 health, the same as the Insanity Mastermind. Since it is a flyer, its speed shifts between medium and fast. It only has 3 different attacks compared to the Insane Mastermind's 4 attacks, which omits the explosive minigun. It has the volley of spread demon tech rifle shots, single volley spread of round BFG shots, and the single volley spread of BFG 10K shots. Attack-wise, it may seem to not be as much of a threat, but it is a flyer, making it harder to hit. It also gives it more of a chance to use the BFG 10K attack. It's not just faster, it also has access to elevations, making it more difficult to avoid the attacks. Just use a similar middleweight strategy as any other flyer. The Insanity Arachnophyte gets the C- grade. It can drop large healing orbs, demon tech boxes, and the BFG 10K. From the Insanity Mastermind, to the Demolisher, to the Arachnophyte, and now to Variant 14, the Insanity Sentient, the 4th of the insane variants of the Masterminds. This time it is grey with the red details on the shape of the Cerebral Sentient. It is another rare spawn and starts at 6,000 health. It moves similar to the Insane Arachnophyte. Just like how the Demolisher is an upgrade to the Mastermind of the Insane variants, it has more versatile attacks compared to the Arachnophyte. It has the following: the heavy explosive minigun, heavy spreads of Demon Tech rifle shots. Spreads of round BFG shots. BFG 10K shots. Standard Devastator shots. Demon Tech BFG shots. And the heavy railgun shots. In an open area, you don't just want to be far away, you should always run side to side in its line of fire if you want to avoid that heavy railgun attack. You also want to be far from those Devastator shots, especially those Demon Tech BFG shots, if you want to avoid the close range hit scan damage from them. If you want to beat this thing down at the same amount of time as the others, then you will need something like the Plasma Repeater, the BFG 10K, or the homing abilities of the Behemoth Cannons if you are in mid-range. In close range you will need something like the Explosive Shotguns, or the Hexa Shotgun, and the Demon Tech or Explosive Railguns in long range. Don't rely too much on dodging in long range. That spread of the Explosive Minigun, Demon Tech shots and the BFG 10K shots can get you if you don't have solid cover. With the Demon Tech BFG Fireball it has, the Sprite cover will barely protect you. The Insanity Sentient gets the C+ grade. It drops many items, including large healing orbs, Demon Tech boxes, the Railgun, the BFG 10K, the Demon Tech BFG, the Power Skull, and the Invulnerability Chalice. Variant 15, also known as the fifth and final of the insane variants of the Masterminds. The Matriarch of the insane variants, Tharziran, Queen of the Writhes. It has the Arachnophyte Queen Sprite, floating mastermind brain above tentacles and sharp arms, with the set of spider teeth that is gray with red details. It is a very rare spawn and starts at 10,000 health. movement is more aggressive compared to the other insane variants. Not only does it fly and move fast, but it can also teleport at a good frequency. Do not expect to encounter the exact same attacks thrown at you as the previous insane variants. It has more different tricks it can throw, paired up with the noise it always makes when teleporting or attacking. It is about fire and lightning. It has spreads of plasma balls, spreads of magic projectiles, a spread of magic homing projectiles, thunderballs that shoot lightning projectiles from the sides during flight, summoning moving beams of lightning, red thunder strikes that can go around an open area, summoning multiple sky showers of lightning rain, a 360 spread of fireballs, volleys of fireballs, volleys of homing lightning projectiles, it also fires a massive plasma ball with a high blast radius. If you remember the Insanity Cacodemon attacks with all those fireballs scattering all over the place, well, the Writhe Queen has those too. The heavy fireball that emits smaller ones during flight, and upon impact emit more medium-sized surface bouncing fireballs. It also has an Archvile-like hit-scan spell attack. can also charge up and shoot a massive beam like the Masterspark. Firing Chaos Essence shots. It can also summon 2 different minions. One of them is obviously the Writhes. The other minion is the Hades Sphere, which it creates multiple at a time. If you see this thing in an open area, move now and get to another room before engaging. Don't rely on blasting it close range with shotguns, because that teleport can not only dodge and waste your shots, but it can also use it to flank you, so you're not going to rely much on even sprite cover. In fact, no cover will protect you from those lightning strikes, as they go through everything, so when that happens, it's best to run far away. It is immune to tracer hit scan weapons like the Demon Tech BFG. So the real weapon you are going to need is the Demon Tech Railgun, because it does more damage than the BFG 10K. It's the smartest weapon to use. The Writhe Queen is possible to beat without runes, but likely you won't encounter her until after you gain at least 1 legendary rune. But it is still a challenge, which very likely you're going to take a lot of damage fighting it. Insane Writhe Queen gets the AA neutral difficulty grade. Tharziran can drop large healing orbs, the Power Skull, Invulnerability Chalice, and the Hellfire Ultrasphere. Number 16 is the Overseer. It has the body of a sentient with 3 eyes that is gray with green details, as well as a drone idle sound effect. It is an uncommon spawn and starts at 6,500 health. It has what most Mastermind flyers have, medium flying speed with quick strafing. All of its attacks are green.
It's green!
It has a plasma repeater attack, it can fire volleys of BFG 9000 shots, volleys of BFG 10k shots, Demon Tech BFG shots, it can also fire heavy railgun shots, occasionally it can heal itself while doing the 360 shockwave, and rarely it can summon multiple baby overseers as minions. It's not one of the harder variants, but not necessarily one of the easier ones either. It's on par with the insane types, save for the Writhes Queen. The solid cover and peek with heavy shotgun technique works on an average rate. It doesn't have any attacks that go around to solid cover. Obviously, it has attacks for all ranges, short, medium, and long range. So you always want to sidestep when fighting this thing, and don't underestimate the speed of those BFG 10k shots. When it summons minions, you may want to hide from the Overseer itself in order to deal with the baby Overseers. The Overseer gets the C+ difficulty grade. The Overseer can drop large healing orbs, Demon Tech boxes, the Plasma Repeater, the Demon Tech BFG, the Power Skull, and the Chaos Essence. 17th variant is the upgrade, Sacrosanct Overseer. It may look similar to the Overseer, but with 3 miniguns under the base rather than 2, and spider teeth, with a louder and different drone idle noise. It is a rare spawn and starts at 8,000 health. That's an appropriate entrance to see what's in store. It may have the same movement speed, but pair that up with a frequent and highly utilized teleportation, you have an enemy with dangerous movement, which is also very good at evading your shots. Its attacks are more versatile compared to the regular Overseer, and a boss compared to it. It can do the following. It has a Plasma Repeater attack, but with a wider, non-horizontal spread. Firing spreads of BFG 9000 shots. Firing fast BFG 10K shots. Firing Demon Tech BFG shots. Firing spreads of Chaos Essence shots. Firing a Masterspark-like beam. It fires heavy railgun shots, not just directly, but also a fast spread of them. Firing lightning bolts that are as effective as a railgun. Can charge up and fire hit scan-like bombs that directly hit and explode on the end of the line of fire. It can fire multiple area-damaging bombs, and it can also charge up and fire a Mega Bomb. It can also summon minions, and it remains invulnerable while it is summoning them. Baby Overseers that I have already talked about in my Arachnotron variant series. And Sacrosanct Observers, which are exclusive minions. They have a moderate frequent long-range teleportation, and their attacks include firing bursts of plasma repeater shots, single BFG 9000 shots, quick velocity BFG 10K shots, and firing single chaos lightning blasts. I recommend having at least the standard legendary rune before spending a while fighting this thing. Otherwise, you are going to have to constantly run far, dodge attacks, get to cover and retreat to different areas occasionally to heal up if you are fighting this thing. Also, don't even think about using sprite cover, because if you do, then this might happen. Hopefully you won't run into this thing too soon, because it is a rare spawn. Those lightning attacks are like railguns, so constantly sidestep whenever it or its observer minions fire them. That also goes for its hit scan bombs. You better not be close when this thing fires the Mega Bomb, because that blast radius rivals a nuke, like the legendary barrel. You can try using any Demon Tech class weapon, but the weapon that I highly recommend, which works for most boss variants of any kind, is the Demon Tech Railgun, at least if you do not have the base legendary rune, which boosts your damage. It has the accuracy and the DPS needed to take this powerhouse down. That durability, the minions, the movement, and with the attacks on top of it, puts the Sacrosanct Overseer at a AAA neutral grade. drops are slightly more different items than the regular Overseer. It can drop large healing orbs, Demon Tech boxes, the Plasma Repeater, the Demon Tech BFG, the Power Skull, Invulnerability Chalice, and the Chaos Essence. Variant 18, the Corrupted Sentient. Similar appearance as the Cerebral Sentient, with spider teeth that has black skin, standard gray cybernetic setup with blue details and idle booster sounds. It is a very rare spawn and starts at 8,000 health. Man, this thing has some freaky noises. It may fly around at a medium speed with occasional quick strafing, but it also has frequent teleportation. Most of its attacks may not be unique and may be avoidable, but at the cost of doing extreme damage if they hit. It has an explosive minigun, it fires the D BFG rapid shots that have a small hitbox, but also an unpredictable spread. Blasts that function like the Demon Tech BFG, but the tracers do no damage. It can also do them while frequently teleporting. Heavy railgun shots, it can deploy a protective shield that can also reflect projectiles. It can also fire a powerful laser beam. And fire the DBFG's Charged Blast, that also has a tracer beam like the Demon Tech BFG. It also leaves a lasting explosion on the point of impact. The last rare attack is a 360 spread of fireballs. It can even charge up the volley attacks while in an invulnerability state. You are, for the most part, not going to last taking even one hit of those DBFG shots. Not even the tracer beam of the charged shot. Even with 200 health and armor, you're going to need some legendary class armor and the Vitality rune if you want to survive those attacks. So using shotguns is a massive risk of death. The recommended range is far, no questions about it, while having access to solid cover. You would be lucky to survive even one hit. Once again, the recommended weapon is the Demon Tech Railgun. Better also hope you have inventory pickups to aid you in battle before engaging this thing. Since it is a flyer, it even attacks while moving around, making it tricky to avoid the shots that it fires. Always take shots with the D-Tech Railgun, then hide behind cover to prevent any risk of getting hit by the attacks. It is also a good strategy to be in a different room that it cannot have access to. The Corrupted Sentient gets the AAA- grade. Since it is a corrupt boss variant, it is going to drop the corrupt equipment as well as other items including large healing orbs, D-cells and D-cell boxes, the DBFG, the Ultra Sphere, and the Power Skull. Nineteenth on the list is the Overlord. Shape of the original Overlord enemy, which has the same shape as the Tormentors from the Pain Elementals, which is also slightly larger, also similar to the Beholders of D&D. It is a rare spawn and starts at 8,666 health. It may fly around and quick strafe at a medium speed, but it can also teleport. Now for the attacks. A small angle volley spread of large explosive non-homing cannonballs, a large angle spread of large cannonballs, volleys of fireballs, a spread of gas fireballs, a spread of heavy explosive fireballs, which includes some that home onto the target, a 360 spread of wall-bouncing ground projectiles that it holds for a while during an invulnerability state, the 360 shockwave, summoning impure elementals, and summoning a whole army of impure souls. Do not use any behemoth cannons. It is fully immune to them, so you are going to have to use different weapons. You could try using hit scan weapons behind sprite cover, even though it does pose a low amount of risk when it gets close and teleports around sprite cover. So you want to engage at a range next to cover. Getting up close with heavy shotguns in an open area could result in getting countered with the homing fireball salvo, or getting its minions to distract and overwhelm you. I recommend having the explosive railgun in your arsenal to deal with the large amounts of impure souls that you could encounter, while using the Demon Tech railgun for the Overlord itself, as well as the elementals that it could summon. You better keep running around. Those souls have pursuit speed. Also, watch out when it dies. It has a chance to spawn a legendary tormentor afterwards, or a legendary redeemer, or the legendary traps, which are the Hades spheres. Overlord gets the A- grade. It can drop the following: large life orbs, Nemesis armor orbs, the Nemesis armor sphere, the Ultra Sphere, the Nemesis Ultra Sphere, the Power Skull, the Invulnerability Chalice, a legendary rune or random sphere, and the Archvile Staff. Oh geez, here comes a tough one. I think this is even tougher than some of the last ones we're gonna look at. Number 20 is the Cerebral Commander. Similar shape as the Sacrosanct Overseer, with 3 miniguns under the base, with 3 eyes and spider teeth. Dark silver with purple details. It is a very rare spawn, thankfully, and starts at the highest individual health for the Masterminds at 16,500. Keep in mind, I had to do 4 long recordings to get through this monster. Whenever you engage this thing, or whenever it becomes active, the background will change to purple. So what is its maneuverability? It moves around at a fast speed and can also teleport. Its teleportation frequency is also moderate. Like all of the top tier enemies on the list, it has plenty of attacks and abilities. Sometimes at the start it will do a shockwave or in the middle of combat. A massive spread, high rate of fire, explosive minigun attack, explosive projectile shots, spawning a 360 spread of slow homing projectiles, and like I said, for some of these phase variants, some of these attacks will instantly redirect your vision when they hit. Spreads of noisy, area damage emitting plasma shots, but also firing a bomb that emits a large amount of slow, bouncing versions of those shots. Pyro Cannon attack. A dual rapid volley of homing lightning bolts. Obviously, it includes the Commander Devastator and Commander BFG attacks. A rapid BFG 10K attack. Firing a spread of dark matter shots, one of the most dangerous explosive projectiles. It can also inflict a status spell effect on you. Whenever your vision is dimmed purple, your movement controls get reversed. It can fire area-damaging bombs, It can summon temporary shadow clones of itself, each with 500 health, similar to what the Manipulator does. Speaking of which, this is why the Manipulator doesn't have its own song when spawned manually. It can be spawned as a minion for the Cerebral Commander, and if you saw my Arachnotron variants, you should know how hard the Manipulator is. The Commander can even summon more than one of them. This time, you cannot use the Demon Tech Railgun to damage this thing. You can still use it to take out the manipulators though, but the commander itself is a no-go. It usually has a reflective state active. Even if you try to chew out 500 of its health, its durability is high. 2 shots from the assault rifle can do around 3 damage. Yet for the Cacodemon, those same 2 shots can take out up to 15 to 30 health. And that's if you don't have any of the legendary runes. So durability and high maneuverability, with the teleporting essentially avoiding the shots, making it very hard to kill, while also being hard to survive when you are close to it. I always recommend being far away from it, or at the very least being in another room where it cannot access. Those attacks, even in another area, could go all over the place. The massive spread from those attacks scatter, making them almost impossible to avoid without cover. So not only are you going to spend a lot of time trying to deal damage to it, but you're also going to spend a lot of time avoiding the attacks and going from room to room just to avoid it. As for being able to hit it, you may just want to go around trying to hit it with a regular railgun or explosive railgun. You would be lucky to land hits on it with projectile weapons. If you kill those manipulators during your confrontation, try picking up the items from them. You may want to use the power skulls that they drop. And yeah, you are going to need to save a lot when fighting the Cerebral Commander. If you get an invulnerability item, as well as a damage enhancement item, take out your explosive minigun or occult lasers from the spellbook and blast the commander away, then retreat when that invulnerability wears out. So in the end, the Cerebral Commander gets the double S+ grade. You don't kill it unrewarded. It can drop the following: large healing orbs, demon tech boxes, large gasoline packs, the demon tech shotgun, black hole generator, the pyro cannon, the commander devastator upgrade, the power skull, the invulnerability chalice, a legendary rune or random sphere, the phase sphere, and the hellfire ultra sphere. Alright, time for the legendaries. 21 is the legendary Sentient. Shape of the Cerebral Sentient, with similar skin color of the Mastermind, but with a gold light, gold aura, and goldy tails, while emitting booster sounds. It is a very rare spawn, and starts at 5,999 health. You should know how legendaries move by this point. It flies, moves fast, and teleports around. The meat of these enemies are the attacks. Let's see what it has. It can fire legendary BFG 9000 shots, Fire explosive minigun shots. Firing legendary Demon Tech BFG shots. Firing rapid spreads of legendary plasmatic rifle shots. Firing rapid round BFG shots. Firing rapid BFG 10K shots. Throwing large explosive projectiles. Firing spreads of blast trail damaging plasma projectiles. Firing a massive volley of slow homing wall bouncing plasma shots. And firing a legendary Devastator shot, which emit projectiles, some of which home in, while the main projectile can leave a 360 spread of projectiles on the point of impact. But also a fully charged legendary BFG Devastator shot, which leaves a lasting explosion on the point of impact. Honestly, compared to some of the last ones, it is not that hard. For example, it is easier than the Sacrosanct. Survivability-wise, all you need is some heavy solid cover like what is shown here. It barely has any attacks that go around the heavy cover besides the Devastator class attacks and the stream of slow plasma shots. But even while it fires the stream of slow shots, that gives the player an opportunity to start attacking because it doesn't have an invulnerability state while firing them. Those attacks do hit hard. Remember what I said about legendary plasmatic shots? Don't get hit by those. Also, don't be close to it too much, or you are going to get blasted by the BFG 10K attack. It can attack while moving around, so take evasive maneuvers whenever you need. Stay clear whenever you kill it, as it can do the lasting damaging area of effect explosion. Hopefully, you don't get extremely unlucky when you kill it and it resurrects as the true legendary sentient. The legendary sentient gets the AA neutral grade. It has some good items that it can drop. It has the legendary healing orbs, bullet boxes, explosive minigun, legendary plasmatic box, legendary demon rune, the legendary rifle, legendary BFG, legendary BFG 10K, legendary invulnerability sphere, the legendary time freeze sphere, the power skull, a legendary rune a random sphere, legendary ultra sphere, and the true legendary ultra sphere. Here's the fastest variant, and second on the legendary list, and also the background changes not when this thing is active, but when it is present in the level. Number 22 is the Enraged legendary sentient. It has a similar shape as the Sacrosanct Overseer, except it is gold, with a red aura, red light, and red details along with emitting booster sounds. It also has a loud voice. It is another very rare spawn and starts at 9,000 health.
How can you challenge me, a perfect immortal machine?
Good grief, just look at that speed for one of those attacks. That's an appropriate way to start this boss. This gets not just high frequency teleportation, but also extreme flying speed.
Can you challenge me, a perfect immortal machine? I'm going to enjoy this.
It definitely has some unique tricks that other variants don't have. A spread BFG 10K attack.
I'll grind you into power!
Legendary plasmatic rifle shots.
I'll grind you into power! I'll grind you into dirt! First blood!
It can fire Demon Tech BFG shots.
to enjoy this!
One of the more useless attacks is firing round BFG shots that just aim on the ground at an angle.
You're going to enjoy this!
Unnoticeably, it can fire a spread machine gun attack.
I'll grind you into powder! How can you challenge me? A perfect immortal machine! I'll grind you into powder!
The enraged wall bouncing and slight homing plasmatic cannon shots, which again only go through targets and can only deal damage on the final impact with the blast radius.
I'm invincible!
A rapid spread of heavy railgun shots. One attack that you cannot hide from is one where it summons a group of shadow clones circling around above you, and they fire those wave-emitting plasma projectiles, and you have to run straight to have a chance to avoid them. The Enraged Sentient is also invulnerable during this attack, so don't waste time trying to attack.
How can you challenge me? A perfect immortal machine!
Whenever it yells, "Cannon fire," it fires a volley of enraged bombs that look like nukes but have a moderate blast radius and does not have as much of a range as nukes.
Cannon fire! How can you challenge me? A perfect immortal machine! Cannon fire! You're going to enjoy this!
If you see a bunch of ghostly shadow clones spawn in random places, that is just a distraction. It is actually summoning a bunch of enraged legendary surveyors.
Grind you into
And if it yells, "Ready yourself, amateur," it will teleport around and fire multiple high-powered legendary BFG Devastator shots, which are dangerous close, firing homing and non-homing projectiles all over the place, and to leave a lasting damaging explosion on point of impact.
Ready yourself, amateur!
And the craziest attack is this right here, the BFG 10K state. 10K kilometers per second if you ask me. It zips all over the place, firing BFG 10K shots at you, making it impossible to hit and difficult to avoid.
You're going to enjoy this! You're going to enjoy this! You're going to enjoy this!
You are definitely going to need a legendary rune if you want to survive the attacks. Specifically the red rune to increase your movement speed, because that spinning ghost's attack shoot those wave-emitting plasma projectiles that go right through your armor, making it near impossible to survive without the enhanced speed. It should also help you to run to another room when it unleashes its zip back and forth BFG 10K attack. You could use hit scan weapons like the machine gun, but once again, weapons I recommend are the rail guns. When those surveyors spawn in, use the explosive railgun, and use the regular or especially the Demon Tech railgun on the Sentient itself. Be glad it doesn't have any other minions.
How can you challenge me? A perfect immortal machine! I'll grind you into powder! Cannon! Fire! Ready yourself, amateur! Ready yourself, amateur!
The Enraged Legendary Sentient gets the double S- grade.
I'll grind you to death! Ready yourself, amateur! I'll grind you to death!
It can drop the Enraged cells in cell boxes, the Enraged Legendary Shotgun, the Enraged Legendary Machine Gun, the Enraged Legendary Plasmatic Rifle, Enraged Legendary Plasmatic Cannon, Enraged Legendary Armor, a Legendary Rune or Random Sphere, Legendary Demon Rune, Legendary Ammo Sphere, Legendary Time Freeze Sphere, the Power Skull, and the True Legendary BFG Upgrade. Number 23, the Nemesis Sentient. Cerebral Sentient shape with a gold skin emitting white light and white jets with a loud drone noise and booster sounds. It is the rarest starting spawn and is set at the second highest individual health at 13,000.
Tranquility of death. Blood creatures.
Nemesis Sentient has fast flying speed and good range of teleportation. Attacks are powerful. Some of them can kill you in just a few hits with 200 health and armor, even if you have some of the runes, by firing plasma repeater shots, firing rapid spreads of Nemesis plasmatic rifle shots, firing slightly homing BFG 9000 shots, rapid spreads of BFG 10K shots. Rapid fire of the fast dart shots. Firing the noisy plasma projectiles that emit damaging waves during flight, and this time they emit ground-bouncing fireballs on the point of impact. A Masterspark beam that it can fire while moving. Shooting homing explosive shots. Shooting a volley of Nemesis plasmatic blasts of explosive projectiles that have a good blast radius and a lasting explosion effect. Summoning multiple lightning beams that can move around. But its special attack is holding an invulnerability state while charging up a full power Nemesis Devastator BFG shot that fires projectiles all over the place and finishes with a lasting damaging blast radius on point of impact. This thing takes a long time, and I mean a long time to take down. You will need to occasionally save when fighting this thing. Maybe not as much as the Commander, but still some nonetheless. Even with the railguns, this thing has massive durability, mostly because of its high health. A Demon Tech railgun with the yellow rune, 2 direct hits, can take away 1% of its health. The Nemesis Sentient will also do one of its taunts if it kills you.
Poor victims of life.
One good thing that could make the Nemesis Sentient easier than some of the other last ones is that it doesn't summon any actual minions that you have to kill. However, the only time you will see any quote-unquote minions is when it is in its Enraged state, which normally activates when it reaches below 30% health. It also changes the background in this state.
Our technologies are fully active again.
Then in normal encounters, when it goes down to 25% health, it will say,
The fallen rise again.
which is supposed to resurrect enemies in a large radius from its position. Then when it is at a near-death state, it will do an ultimate attack phase, summoning numerous shadow clones of itself while in an invulnerable state, and they will use many of the powerful attacks that I listed.
Our deathless interlopers.
Another thing about the Enraged state is if you have a true legendary rune equipped, it will immediately engage the Enraged state and use its high-powered attacks and Enraged exclusive abilities earlier during the fight, including the ultimate attack phase.
Our technologies are fully active again.
Also, watch out when it dies. It will emit a bunch of plasmatic explosive shots everywhere, which leave lasting area-damaging explosions. The Nemesis Sentient gets the double S neutral difficulty grade.
Our technologies are fully active again.
You will get something once you kill it. It has the top tier stuff. It can drop Nemesis orbs, Nemesis shells, Nemesis cells and cell boxes, Nemesis sawed-off shotgun, Nemesis assault shotgun, Nemesis plasmatic rifle and plasmatic cannon, the Nemesis BFG, legendary rune or random sphere, legendary demon rune, legendary ammo sphere, the power skull and invulnerability chalice, and the last best 3 items are the Nemesis ultra sphere, Nemesis fragment, and the true legendary rune. Again, going back to the Legendary Sentient, the last variant to talk about if it upgrades. When you are unlucky, or have a special condition met when the Legendary Sentient is killed, this happens. Get far away because you can die from the resurrection. Here is the hardest variant in the Mastermind category, and one of the top hardest in the entire mod. The true Legendary Sentient. This thing is not for the faint of heart. The appearance is just a blue light and blue boosters instead of yellow. The rarest spawn and resurrects at approximately 8,000 health, but that doesn't mean it is easier than the ones with more health. Oh my freaking guardsman squad. Firstly, the movement. It flies very fast and teleports more frequently, and is more slippery and can evade your attacks more often, making it the most difficult to land hits on, as it quick strafes all the time and never stands still. Some of its attacks are impossible to dodge and evade, even with the runes. It shoots a bunch of fast-moving, bouncing bombs that have a moderate blast radius and lasting explosion effect.
Blood.
It shoots spreads of legendary plasma shots. Heavy plasma shots. It also has those slow-moving, wall-bouncing plasma projectiles that it can shoot while teleporting around. Massive amounts of the wall-bouncing, slide-homing, plasmatic cannonball shots. Rapid spreads of heavy railgun shots. The large explosive fireballs. Long rapid volleys of lightning-fast BFG 10K shots that are almost impossible to dodge, which might as well be a hit-scan attack. It can fire Demon Tech BFG shots that have a homing ability. Devastator shots. It also fires the fully charged, true legendary BFG Devastator shots. In its first stages, it can summon a group of Arachnotron variants, which include the Dual Arachnotron, the Fusionite, Baby Demolisher, and the Baby Sentient. But also in its early health cycle, one of the other minions it can summon is the true legendary Baby Sentient. So that's what happened to it. It can also cast a spell on you, whether it sees you or not. You can get a message saying, "Let's even the playing field, shall we?" which is actually the exact opposite of the truth, and you will get a blue flash which takes away a whole chunk of your ammo, as well as doing some damage. And possibly when it's around its middle stages, it will perform a mass legendary summon where it deploys lightning strikes near itself while summoning almost every legendary demon on the book, summoning multiples of each, with the legendary Cyber Noble being the most frequent. It can even summon a legendary Sentient. But good thing it is a clone spawn version, and not the regular spawn version of the legendary Sentient, so that it doesn't summon another true legendary Sentient when it dies. There is no way to survive this thing if you don't have another room to hide and travel through, and or if you don't have any solid cover in a large area. Even these pillars aren't enough. Those BFG 10k shots are again near freaking possible to dodge. Second to that is the heavy rail guns. Don't get too close to it to use explosive shotguns, unless if it is stuck in a small area. Yes, the explosive shotguns are the ones I recommend if you do. Even though it is not as fast as the Enraged Sentient, which good thing it's not, what makes it hard to hit is again it spends less time standing still than pretty much every other variant. This isn't just to prevent you from hitting it, its maneuverability also combines with the attacks. Especially that BFG 10k attack, Good Guardsman Squad. You'd be lucky to hit it with a Demon Tech Railgun, which is again the weapon I recommend against the true legendary Sentient itself. Save the other weapons that use other ammo for the minions it summons. Again, for the TLS itself, don't use any tracer-based weapons like the Demon Tech BFG, and don't use the explosive railgun. It is a waste. Using the Demon Tech Railgun with a legendary rune equipped will take around 2% off of its health for each shot. It is even worse when it uses the blue flash ammo taking spell. It usually takes all your reserve plasma and Demon Tech ammo. You're going to spend the longest time fighting this thing because of the army of legendary enemies it summons. To me, it is better to fight those than the true legendary baby Sentient. Much less both that and the army. You better pick up everything they drop before re-engaging the TLS. But especially run to another location where the TLS doesn't see you and only dealing with the army of legendaries it summons. Oh, and for God's sake, make sure you save a lot when you are in safe spots. I guess for every time you land a successful hit and retreat. Also, do not get close to it right after you kill it, because if you do, this will happen. This is it. The true legendary Sentient is the first to get the official God level tier, a triple S- grade. Yes, I said minus because there's still one more episode to cover. And now for the items. You best hope you get the last ones on the list. It drops large healing orbs, legendary shells and shell boxes, legendary coach gun, legendary assault shotgun, legendary bullets, legendary light machine gun, legendary plasmatic cells and cell boxes, the legendary rifle and plasmatic cannon, the legendary BFG, legendary BFG 10K, the legendary Saber, the legendary Armor, legendary Sphere, legendary Time Freeze Sphere, legendary Invisibility Sphere, legendary Ammo Sphere, legendary Power Sphere, legendary Power Shard, legendary Rune Random Sphere, the legendary Demon Rune, the Power Skull, the true legendary BFG upgrade, the true legendary Ultra Sphere, and the true legendary Rune. And that is it for the Mastermind variants. This is it, Slayer players. Just one more episode to go, and it is going to be the longest one, I am sure of it, because there are more cyber demons than there are imps. That one is going to be for a long time. So to all you good Slayer players out there, keep ripping and tearing demons, and have a great life.